Going to call to order. Today is Thursday, May 9th, 2019, fiscal year 20 operating budget hearings with the Budget and Finance and Metro Council. Before us, we have the Criminal Court Clerk, Criminal Court Clerk Gentry. I will turn over the introductions to you, and you can walk us through your budget. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and thank you for the members of the Budget and Finance and Council and staff. I have with me to my right Chief Deputy Clerk Julius Schloss, and to my left, Director of Finance in my office, Stephanie Patterson. This is my 8th budget year, 8th budget hearing as Criminal Court Clerk, and I can still remember my first one. Not near as nervous as you might be, Clerk Matthews, but we have a very fine staff of 87 employees that work in our office in the Birch Building and also in our warrant and bond office. Just a little bit about the clerk's office, different areas that that we're going to talk about today. One is the Compliance Division. It was formed in 2017, and it is really designed to provide an opportunity for the persons that are defendants and clients and customers to be able to absolutely, totally comply once a order or disposition is passed down by a judge. And so a lot of it involves collections, but it involves things such as indigency, payment plans, expungements. It can go a whole lot of different ways. And so since February 17th, we have served over 1,800 defendants on payment plans, totaling almost $880,000. We've also had 2,866 defendants with suspended driver's license who have had those driver's license released. We also now have the opportunity to make payments on the web. That started in December 16, but it really didn't pick up till the last couple years. In 2018, 27% of our payments were made on the web, and currently in year 2019, 40% of our financial transactions are conducted on the web. And in doing that, that person doesn't have to any longer come to our office. They don't have to incur the expense of parking and spend a long time at the guard stand getting through the getting through these process. We're also getting ready to start e-filing. Last year, we talked about it, but as you remember, in 2017, the criminal court, circuit court, and juvenile court clerks' offices collaborated to receive funding to implement e-filing. We have completed most of our testing, and we're receiving and have received training, and we're ready to go. We're ready to move forward. We still have to wait just a little while for the AOC to create what is it?
Policy standards.
Yeah, policy standards for us, but we're ready to go, and that's going to really cause us to be able to create a paperless process over time. We also, in 2018, December of 2018, started e-citations. State troopers now do tickets electronically, and we're now able to process them electronically. So we no longer have to have a staffer doing that manually. In our collections area, about 6-7 months ago, we had to end a contract with our third-party vendor. And during that time, the compliance division was able to, or had to, actually perform third-party collections, but they weren't third-party. We have put out a proposal for a new collections contract. That proposal has it closed?
It's closed.
And so pretty soon we will be able to bring in a new collection agency. What's going to make this really special is that they're going to be able to communicate with us in real time with their accounting case management system, and that's going to really help us in being able to process people who owe us, and they'll also be able to collect all over the United States and not just in the state of Tennessee and individual states. So we're excited about that because it is going to be a big asset. We heard questions from JIS or to JIS talking about the process of redaction. Well, really, you didn't ask about redaction. You asked about the breach that we had about a year ago, where some of our customers had information on affidavits that should not have been on those affidavits. Well, we have now gone through a redaction process, and we've received authority of the council to use monies in our computer fund, and we are ready to, are very close to being ready to provide affidavits back on the web again. It will be for only a selected group, being lawyers and others that do business in our office. But we're ready to move forward to be able to put that process back in place. And I know every time that I come before you, we talk about the expungement process. When we started 8 years ago, we were averaging around 13,000 expungements a year. This year or last year, this past year, we have expunged a record 34,000 records, and we hope that number continues to rise, because as people have their records expunged, they are not only removed from the system, but it also helps them to move forward in their lives and have a chance to have equity in their opportunities. So our office is on the move, and we have tried to bring in nuances and technology everywhere it'll fit, and it is causing us to be able to operate more effectively and efficiently in order to serve the public as, like I said, efficiently and effectively as possible. So I will take this opportunity to answer questions if there are questions to be asked.
Councilman Hager.
Thank y'all for being here today. Appreciate it. Do you know when we'll be able to get the affidavits off the web, the attorneys?
Well, Julius knows the schedule of the
Yeah, Councilman, we have worked with the folks in procurement to put an RFP out. The process will close on June 4th. Process actually starts this month. There'll be an opportunity for potential vendors to ask questions. There'll be a pre-offer meeting, and then the actual closing will happen on June 4. After that, there is an evaluation team that will look at any proposals that come in, and barring any challenges to whoever the selected vendor is, that process should conclude, I would think, within about a 60-day period. After that, the only other thing that has to happen is we'll work, whoever the vendor is that's selected will work with JIS to implement that software into our system.
Just for the attorneys that you know, or?
We're going to start out, we're going to build an attorney portal.
Okay.
And start it out for attorneys, and possibly build on it after that. But by far, the bulk of the requests that come in, which is in the hundreds every day, come from attorneys.
Yeah, I understand. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Hager. Okay, seeing no other questions. Why are you laughing, Councilman Swope? Criminal Court Clerk, Mr. Gentry, thank you so much and your team for everything that you do for this great city. Thank you for also submitting your questionnaire in a timely manner so that committee members and council members could have it in advance. And that concludes your budget hearing. Thank you so much.
Thank you.